everybody. Figured I'd come and talk to y'all and then finish doing what I was doing earlier. What y'all doing over here? Did y'all go read? Oh, ow! This is why I always put shoes on when I come in here. So I'm always gonna hit my feet on something. Always. And I know that's wrong. Hey y'all. Hola, hola. That's wrong again. Hey, Amanda. 4 years in and I'm still the best techie we got. Hey, Trina. I'm still the best techie we got. We about to see how this go. Hey, Auntie. I was coloring and talking to y'all nieces and nephews. Hello. Hey, did y'all go read some more? I just came to check on see if y'all read. Did it make your toes wiggle? Is all I want. I know it did. I don't even know why I asked that. Because if you went on and read or went back and started at the beginning, your toes was wiggling real good. I know they was. Was your toes wiggling? Let me put my shoes on for mine be hurting. Hold on. Because if I hit the corner of that thing, I'm going to be real sad. I got to put some rubber shoes on. Hey. Hola, hola. Good evening, everybody. You said your toes was wiggling, Rika. Anybody that went on and finished reading the other Gospel of Thomas, or the Acts of Thomas. I mean, not Acts of Thomas. I was talking with y'all nephew about the Acts of Thomas. The Acts of Peter. Ooh, y'all know how I do. I be having a gazillion conversations sometimes about the stuff we read or what I read, or somebody called me and asked me a question about something else. So I be in a lot of books sometimes. I was just on my way to the other house to catch up, and you popped up. Oh, hey. Well, hola, hola. I ain't gonna be on here for too long. Y'all want to see what I was doing in the room? I ain't done yet. I started. One of y'all sent me this. I don't know who sent me this, but I figured I'd go ahead and color in it a little bit and let y'all know how these. Yep, can y'all see it? We working on it. This don't really give this glitter right here. This justice. You can't really see it. I might have to do it in a different light, but baby, let me tell you something. These markers, I don't know which one of y'all sent them to me, but these right here, they all together different. You can't really see it because this light is. Maybe if I put that white light on. Hold on. Because the glitter here, my daughter was like, oh, that looks very magical. I said, right? Let's see if that'll do it. You can kind of see it a little better with that. Can you see? You can't really. There we go. You see it? All that glitter on there. I said, oh, can y'all see it? The colors in there. I ain't got finished yet. But this glitter, whoever sent me these markers, I need to find them. Because they need a bigger pack. Because you can't really see it. But baby, the color, I don't know how they mixed that. But it looked real, real good. So I'm going to try to finish this today. I done already messed up the page and whatnot, you know. But I'm working on it. I worked on it last night a little bit. Then today. So trying to get myself back into coloring. Because, you know, I ain't been doing that. But it helps with my mind. And it's calming down a lot. So that's good. And go back to our regular color. Brown. Thank you. But yeah, I was working on that last night while I was just watching TV. You know. So, to those of you that did watch the Acts of Peter, read. Okay, which one is up and which one is down? Okay, do this right, girl. There you go. All right, now, is that the right color? Yeah, it is. Okay. Get my life together, y'all. Hold on. This iPad I actually use on a daily basis. These two I use when I come in here, so sometimes they don't be plugged, but none of them be plugged up sometimes. Thank you. So, child of God, are you the same child of God from TikTok? Or is that a different child of God? You the same? Because again, I be thinking I'm talking to the same people and don't know if I am or not. Whole time I've been talking to different people and didn't know. Are you the same child of God from TikTok, or are you a different child of God? You a different one? Because I don't be knowing. It's a lot of y'all, and everybody got different names and be changing names, and I be trying, but sometimes I can't. So, are you? I be on TikTok, but got a different name. Okay, see? That's the thing. Right. Okay. All right. See? See? So I would have thought you was the same child of God that I was talking to over here the whole time. It's a completely different child of God. Y'all see how that work? So don't be mad at me sometimes if I don't know who you is, because you be this name over here and this name over here. There's no way for me to know. Okay? There's that. Now, back to the Acts of Peter. This version of it, because we've read the Acts of Peter. We've read the Acts of Peter and Andrew, right? We've read a lot of different books. Who also understands how God hid things in a lot of different places? You get more of the story. So if you remember when I first came here and I used to tell y'all, listen, I've read this in several different versions. I don't remember exactly which book it's in. I just know it's the rest of this story, and then there's another part of it over here. You're the disciple of Jesus Christ on TikTok? Okay. Okay. Do you see it now? Because we've read the Acts of Peter, right? We have a book with the Acts of Peter in it, but it doesn't have all the information that this one has, right? We've read different versions, like even in certain books that we have, they'll have some of Enoch, but not all of Enoch, like the Dead Sea Scrolls. It's not as extensive or detailed as the OTP. It's different, right? So when we get to putting the pieces together, because how many of you have heard the story about Simon? We've read that story about Simon the sorcerer here, right? But to go and see what all he was on, that's different, right? Or no? Because we knew he was doing magic. We knew he was doing sorcery. The Bible tells us he was, and he was fooling people. But to actually go and see what he was actually doing, that hits different. That he was telling people that he was a young God. You know what? I was talking to your nephew about that today, and I said, that's funny because young men say that right now, do they not? There are young men and young women calling themselves gods and goddesses. Yes or no? I used to tell people when they came in here, don't call me that. Right? They call themselves young gods and young goddesses right now. So the same thing that Simon the sorcerer was doing in Jesus' days, people are doing right now. Ain't that crazy? Hey, Kika. Mind blowing, right? And a lot of those people are doing magic and they don't even know. Crazy, right? So reading those things sometimes, it definitely is different when you look at it and you see like, wait a minute. Now I can see why God is mad, because generation after generation, we've been doing the same thing because we didn't take time to learn what our forefathers did like he told us to. What you talking about? I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. You said creation over the creator. I'm trying to tell you every day. And we see it every single day. So just looking at that. Now, who thought it was odd that the dog was talking? Hey. Anybody? You just got home from work? Okay. You thought it was odd? Is that a little hard to believe that the dog was talking? Hey, Diana. Huh? Not for you, Mr. Hardy. Okay. Anybody else? Because I know some of these stories, you'd be like, no, not to you either. Why is it not surprising to you? Hmm? It made you think about the donkey. Good job. I was hoping that clicked with some of y'all. And the snake. Right? The donkey talked, the snake talked, and the dog. And we know the mule, I mean not the mule. It was a bird that talked in another lost book, remember? And the raven, right. And the raven. Here we go. So do you think that they take out certain stories because they understand? You said because we know animals used to speak back then and did. And they still talk now. Parrots and crows. And they still talk. You said in a wolf and Jasher. Come on. You hear me? Hello? God always leaves a remnant. Does he not? There's always a remnant. Always. Always, always, always. There's always a remnant of something, proof. I was just watching videos of cats and dogs talking to their owners on TikTok. Come on, Tasia. Here we go. You said I've watched your life for 500 minutes. Well, thank you. I did. Cool. High five. I don't know what. I didn't know they give you like a thing, but that's cool. I didn't know. So, yeah, I think it's interesting when we look into a lot of these other books and it puts the pieces together, right? How many of you got to the part, where all of the dead people was raised up, and also how much of a fool Peter was able to make, and I hate to say it, of the man that was doing the magic. Now you see why it's so big for people that do black magic to be able to bring somebody back to life. It's very important for them. They even have whole movies about people, clubs where they would go and stop the heart rate and see if they could bring the person. It was a movie. I guess a couple of them. I can't think of what that one movie was called, but that's what they was doing. They was stopping each other. They would have all the meters and stuff hooked up to them. And I think one of the times they brought somebody back, it wasn't them. It was somebody else. Another entity had then taken over this body, because you better quit playing with the flatliner. You better quit playing with stuff you don't know about. The Lazarus effect was another one, right? And when they come back, they don't be the same being, right? So that stuff makes you think, right? Okay. You think about stuff like that. You think about all the things that we watch, and you see where they get the stories from. And that's why I think they hit a lot of this stuff, because number one, most folks don't even want that much word. If we just gonna be honest, it's always the church people telling you they don't need it. Am I wrong? You can talk to an atheist and they will listen to more word than a person that is in church. You can talk to a Satanist, or you can talk to a Buddhist. You can talk to a whole, and they'll even just be open to hear your point of view, and they might want to see proof and look at the scriptures and find out who read it, but they will take it in faster than church folks. No? Church folks don't want to hear nothing outside of what they've already been taught. They don't. And they missing out on so much good stuff. That's the issue. They're missing out on so much good word. You can see the conversations that when it says that Jesus went off and he talked to the disciples privately, well, you never wonder what he said to them that he didn't say to everybody else? My nosy tail. Well, what did he say? What had happened after that? Well, why he go over there and tell them, and then they hid the mysteries? Well, where they at? Well, we finding them every day. The secret conversations that he had with the disciples and different people that he interacted with. And me and my son was talking about this last night, and we talked about it the other day, but I brought it up to him, and he was like, Mom, that's really mind-blowing. When it said all the things that Jesus did, if they were written down in a book, there wouldn't the world. Think about this now. Let's do it. Just real quick. Not too much. I don't care what shape, flat, or whatever. It said that if every deed that Jesus, the creator son, the creator, the savior, whatever, Yeshua, whatever, this could not even hold all the books. This is in the KJV. What does that say to you? If all the deeds that Jesus, if you were to write them down in books, they couldn't, this whole world couldn't even, that's the oceans too. It's not just talking about landmass, it said the world. What else did he do? What else? You said, I want to know what all did Moses see on Mount Sinai. This part. Rika. Do you realize that? The earth couldn't hold it. It wasn't even, it says the deeds. The things that he did. Not what he said, what he did. Not what he said, what he did. All the miracles that he wrought, the earth, if they were written in books. So that means he went everywhere, don't it? Or am I tripping? You said we just got the tip of the iceberg, if even that. With all the books written in the world, the old scrolls that they find, and the books that even just from after the flood until now that are still available, think about that. Seriously. If all the things that Jesus did, the earth, he couldn't have just did them all in Jerusalem and Samaria, is what I'm saying. I'm sure there's some people in what is now Germany and Asia that have some stories. Says he went out into all the world. He said, not tripping, not to mention the forms he came in, child, adult, teenager, son on earth, and so forth. Exactly. And showed up as other, exactly. Exactly. Because now that we know he was here before he was here, well, that makes sense, don't it? Because he was performing miracles before he ever had a human body. Hello. Before he actually came through the birth canal, should I say. He was performing miracles. He was showing up before he was born. So, going back to Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve had 53 to 63 kids, give or take. How many times did he help them? The ones that we don't even know their names. That we don't know their lineage. Because what if each one of Adam and Eve's kids had about 40 kids? And then they had 40 children. And then they had 40 children. And then we don't even know. Because he wasn't only just helping the people that were in the line of Jesus. He says he reigns on the just as well as the unjust. Hello. So that means that the other people on the planet, he was helping them. There's a lot of them too. We just don't know about it. So we only try to do numbers, but it was, again, they didn't even tell us what the daughters' names of Adam and Eve were. You hear me? So, you hear me? It's a real, you said not tripping, right? You know? So ain't no telling. And just like Rika said, he came in many different forms. Maybe that's why he was telling people, don't discount what your kids say to you, because Jesus was a very wise child, was he not? Solomon was a child that he gave wisdom. Samuel was a child that he gave wisdom. It was a lot of them that he gave wisdom at a very young age. So a lot of them could have been thinking they was playing with another kid from the neighborhood and could have been talking to Jesus the whole time. You said he was even there in the land of Nod. This is what I'm talking about. You talking about Melchizedek, Russell? Okay. So, just looking into that and seeing that I told him that I want to know as much as you. I mean, we ain't got much time, I don't think, but as much as you want to teach me in these last whatever we got left, I definitely want to know. I'm open. Also, y'all see the middle of the United States, they talking about it's gonna drop 40 degrees and the rain is gonna be freezing and it's gonna freeze as soon as it touch down where you at. Be mindful. They said after Sunday. Freezing rain, and it's basically gonna be black ice. So all them wrecks and stuff y'all saw just a couple weeks ago online, they coming back. Check your weather. You said, yep, next week. I know. They talk, they name where I'm at. I said, whoa. Ah! Good thing I don't be leaving anyway. So, be careful. If you don't have the pool noodles, somebody, I think it was Classy Lady, came in, or auntie, one of our aunties, it was freezing rain here yesterday. Interesting. Go get you some pool noodles if you can for your pipes. They said it insulates them. Go on and get your pipes under your sink and whatever else. Because 40 degrees, that'll make some pipes bust. It rained for 2 hours here on the Poconos last night. Interesting. If Mexico said they're going to freeze, you know we are. Yes. Did y'all see it snowed in Australia? It's the summer over there and it snowed. Did y'all see it? In Australia. Yesterday. Let me go get my phone. It sure did. I said, and everybody's like, oh, that's where all our snow went. It snowed in Australia, honey, and it's the summer. I said, yep. You don't like to say it tomorrow. Yeah, I can't never find my phone. It's always somewhere. Oh, Lord, girl. Hold on. I promise I will lose this. It might already be in here. Am I looking for it and it's already in here? No. Is it in? What book was I reading? Hold on, y'all. Let me find my phone. That's how you know I don't be worried about nobody. How to do that. Lord. Well, I was gonna show y'all. baby, this phone be everywhere. The other day, it was in the car. It was so cold, it didn't even want to work. I don't never know where it is. No, it snowed on. They said it's the summer. Look, and I done missed all kind of calls. I promise I don't know. I guess they say, lady, I'm tired of trying to. Oh, I got all kind of text messages. I ain't seen nothing. Lord help me. Y'all, 3 hours ago, folks is texting me. I ain't seen nothing. Interesting. Not a thing. I promise you, they do not be saving none of the stuff I be saving. That's odd. Interesting. That is interesting. Y'all see? And one of the ones I watched, the people was like, so that's why. Looking to celebrate.
The thing that not enough people are talking about is the fact that it snowed in Tasmania on Christmas Day. That is absolutely insane. And I've seen reports of like unusually warm temperatures in a lot of parts of North America and also in some parts of Northern Europe. Obviously, it's like that's the exact converse to it snowing in Tasmania. To be really clear, it snowing anywhere in Australia on Christmas Day is fucked. The thing that not enough people are
we got their weather, they got our weather. Hello. In places where it's supposed to be snow, it ain't none, it's warm. And in places where it's supposed to be hot and it's at the equator or whatever, yeah, it's snowing. Hello. Sounds like the seasons is mixed up to me. Cause I told my kids yesterday, and I said, baby, it feel like fall, like coming out of summer though, not closer to winter, fall. Right when it started cooling down and you get a little bit of rain and this, that, and another. That's what it felt like today, or springtime. And I saw somewhere like Iowa or something, trees is budding already. Trees is budding already, and it's winter. They're already budding like it's springtime. And you said, yep, it was 70 degrees on Christmas, nephew. You know that ain't right. Y'all know this ain't right. It was hot here in Central Texas today. Come on. You said my roses are budding already in the wintertime. I told y'all a bee hit me in the head the other day. I told y'all ain't no reason for no bees to be out. It is freaking, I don't care if we did have a warm day in winter. You wasn't going to see no bees. It's 80 in Oklahoma, and a few weeks ago it was snowing this. Sound like to me what the Bible said about the weather. You said, yes, the leaves changing like it was fall. Come on. Interesting. Uh-oh. Okay. The Bible said it the last time you wouldn't be able to tell the seasons, baby. The seasons was going to be all mixed up. You mean like snowing in winter in Australia and hot in North America when it's supposed to be cold? You said at all, it's cutting up out here. It shouldn't even be this warm here, girl. Listen. And y'all, yeah. You said, I know if I see mosquitoes in the winter, I'ma scream. They was out last year. They was out last year around Christmas. That's what I saw last year. Was, remember I told y'all about it, mosquitoes. I have mosquito bites. You said I was telling my mom about it being warm on Christmas Eve and Christmas. I told her the weather is telling you. Yeah. You said, Marion, there were squirrels in my backyard the other day and they were huge. They came out of hibernation looking for food. Exactly. Something's up. It's hot in Georgia too. Is y'all seeing it or is y'all seeing it? Y'all see it? You can't tell me the Bible is not fulfilling itself. Right in front of our faces, people are like, oh, it's global warming. Yeah, that's what the Bible said. The Bible said that the men on earth was going to be scorched by the sun. That's what it said. It was going to get so hot that they was going to curse God because they flesh. Now, who went back and watched Terminator 2? They about to take it off Netflix. You said mosquitoes are in Florida. I bet. You said swatting mosquitoes every day in Louisiana. How? And it's the winter. What is that? What is that, Rios? Did y'all go look at it? If anybody went back and watched Terminator 2, you said same with the flies and the birds. Listen, they not supposed to be here, Mr. Willis. They're not. Listen. Did y'all get a chance to go back and watch Terminator 2? It's an hourglass. Let me be mysterious. Oh, okay. I'm like, what is that? I can't see it. You know, until, oh, okay, I had to get up close, so that's why. Got on glasses and a nigga still can't see. You said they not, girl, they not going south for the winter no more. No, they're not. No, they're not. So, I went back and watched it last night. It's 70 degrees in Louisiana, but next week it's going to be in the high 50s. Interesting. I saw bees and everything outside. Girl, in December. In December. I'm telling y'all, a bee flew right at my head. On Christmas or Christmas Eve. Listen, I'm trying to tell you. So listen, if you watched Terminator 2, they taking it off December 31st. I think they're doing that for a reason. So can I just tell y'all so we don't have to... You said, yes, there was a bee in your car this month. Listen, can I just tell y'all what I saw? You said I live in NC and the darn wasps and bees are out in December. That's exactly when I noticed them, in December. Listen, we still have them in South Carolina in December. The only time you saw flies back in the day in the wintertime is if something was dead. Other than that, not to the spring. You didn't see no bees, no wasps, none of that. You didn't really see no insects in the wintertime. I don't ever remember, unless they was in your house like some beetles or something. You said Jesus is coming back to science. Yeah. Okay. So first off, for this Terminator 2, the year that she saw the world being destroyed was 2029. And her dream is that the sun gets so hot, a solar flare hits the earth or whatever else it is and burns up everything. But the man that she is trying to unalive is the man for the tech company, and his name is Mr. Dyson. Dyson, the one that came up with this cyclone-like chip thing that merged humans, like the vacuum cleaner. But he was a techie giant, and his uh, merge of human flesh and metal is what destroyed the earth. And right around that time, there was a solar flare that burnt everything up. I said, oh, it's so much in here to unpack. 2029 solar flare and Dyson. Don't forget the chips mixing the metal with the, because they had the microchip in the first arm of the first Terminator. You hear me? So, and they're taking it off on the 31st of December in a couple of days. So I think if you have not rewatched Terminator 2, you should. I think it's going to be some very interesting things in there that probably didn't hit home in 1991 when this movie came out. Another thing, they was talking about 1997 and all the things that happened in 1997. Now that means something to me because my son was born in 1997 March. Oh yeah. Oh, just look and see what's going on in the movie. It's on you. It's on Netflix. I'm sure there's other places, but please watch it. I said 2029. Wait a minute. It's time to be 2026 in a few days, but that's only 3 years away. And right after they mixed, okay, microchips and people, the world was on its way to ending. I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing else, but I just want y'all to pay attention to that. I was gonna come back on and tell y'all to watch it last night. I just watched it and colored up my little paper. Okay? You hear me? And did. I said, oh, not they was telling us way back when. They was telling us. Sure was. They was telling us. I said, well, there's that. And then it was something else. Let's see if they playing with my repost. That's crazy. Is this it? Oh, here we go.
We were all distracted with the Epstein files So while we were all distracted with the Epstein files, the entire financial system just flipped. Like now. That's because the DTCC, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, just made the biggest move of the 21st century.
At a pace to tokenize real-world assets. And if you think about assets as software, it's natural for the industry to begin to look at blockchain as the next generation of software to carry assets. And
the president and CEO of the DTCC, Frank LaSala, has just announced the green light from the SEC to tokenize everything. And if you guys have no idea who the DTCC is, let me walk this down. So they are the back office for the stock exchange, and let me give you an idea of how major this is. So their settlement and transaction volumes is $3.7 quadrillion per year. And yes, that's 15 zeros. Now, what does this all mean for the future of finance, and more importantly, what does this mean for you? This means real-world assets like gold, silver, real estate, cars will all be represented on blockchain through tokenization. Now, what tokenization is fractionalized ownership and investment. So, for example, say you want to sell 20% of your house instead of 100% of your house, you can do so through blockchain, purchasing it with crypto. Now, here's another telltale sign that things are changing rapidly, because silver has just become the third largest asset on Earth, coming in at over $4.4 trillion evaluation. Now, silver has hit an all-time high over 5 times just this month alone, but that's not all. Gold, oil, copper, platinum, and palladium have all surged as well. Now, what was that little thing that where assets are represented on blockchain? Oh yeah, tokenization. And let's not forget, the U.S. has just launched a airstrike on Nigeria and all these other countries, bringing us on the brink of war. And what's that little asset that they actually use during war? Silver. Silver is what they use for satellites and tanks, submarines, fighter jets, Tomahawk cruiser missiles, AI data centers, and wiring, you name it. Make sure you guys get into my Telegram where I have more information.
Did y'all hear him say copper? Can you tell me in the last 2 months what they took out of circulation? What they take out? Who remembers me telling y'all that in 2006, okay, not 2006, 2016, I think it was the first time since whenever that gold became more valuable than oil or whatever else it was. Y'all remember? And I told y'all that only happens right before a really bad recession. Y'all remember? I told y'all it was a switch. I can't remember if oil was more important than gold or more valuable than gold. Whichever it was, whatever it is, that only happens before a really bad recession. And it was like 2016, I guess, when that happened. Okay? I think it was 2016, 2015, 2016. There was something that happened with gold and oil, and it was a switch in which one was more valuable than the other. That happens right before a really bad recession, sometimes a depression. Well, look at where we at right now. Okay? They're about to digitize everything. Remember I told you they gonna be taking everybody's stuff. Because once you digitize your wealth, then they can take it from you whenever they feel like it. Can they not? They can turn your bank account off right now. Yes or no? You could have $4 million in your bank and wake up tomorrow and it is gone. Just gone. They can close your account. Don't have to tell you nothing. Don't have to give you your money back. Even if it's federally insured, which we know it is. So what do you think is going to happen when your assets are put on blockchain? Never thought I'd live to see it either. Well, I don't know. I felt like I kind of would be here, but I don't know. Just a little bit. I take that back. I didn't know. You know, I was hoping I wouldn't. Like, I was already gone, but I told you that boy told me, Mom, we're going to be a part of the tribulation force. And I said, don't say this. He said, God told me, and I'm looking at what we're doing right now, so it makes sense. People will lose their assets. Exactly. So understand that the world economy is being set up to fail. You understand that? It's on purpose. Y'all hear me? Everything that we talked about in 22, I told y'all about the stock market and all of that, and people said I didn't know what I was talking about. Hurry up and buy silver. Hurry up and buy gold. I said it ain't gonna matter. Because if you don't have that digital ID, you ain't going to be able to buy nothing anyway. So you might as well go get your stuff. Y'all remember me saying this? Now they about to digitize everybody's money and they wealth. And it'll be on this blockchain and crypto and this, that, and the other. Well, that ain't even real. I don't. I would, investing in stuff that don't take no power. Investing in stuff to where if they do like they did in all of these other places where they turning the lights off, you can see in front of your face. My son told me that, when he was like 11. So what happens when they cut the electric? Exactly. Because the machines don't even be working at the store. They can't even take your card. Hello. So what you gonna do? If all your wealth and finances is tied up on the bank, on the digital system, how you gonna get your stuff? How will you buy anything? Because they won't be accepting cash anymore. What will you do? You need to have everything in your house. And I was watching somebody that said something the other day that made a lot of sense. They said when these lights go out, it's gonna be dark, dark. I don't know if you ever driven cross country, but if you have, there's some places like, especially like going through the desert and stuff, and going through baby, you can't see in front of your, like, nothing. Just think about, like, look out your window right now. Just, if you can, if you're not driving or nothing, just get up and just look out the window and imagine no street lights, no house lights from nobody else's, nothing. How dark is your street gonna be? Ain't no lights on the houses, ain't no street lights, ain't no garage lights, ain't no store lights. You said in the swamps it's pitch black. Here we go, girl. The desert like that too. You can't see nothing. Especially if the stars is covered up, baby. You be like, let me go back in the house. Especially in the mountains. I know. I done been in a few of them. You said the woods directly behind me. So think about this. You said there's going to be so many more smash and grabs. But just think about this. How dark is it going to be? Flying into Vegas. You said it's always dark, dark. Yeah. Always. It be dark, dark. And yeah. I was there recently and had to drive through the desert to Arizona, baby, and left in the morning, and it was dark, dark. You hear me? I was like, "Ooh, let me turn these brights on, baby." Listen. Did you see the announcement of the games? I did. You said I live in the country and it's pitch black. Right. I'm in the country. It will be pitch black. So y'all already know. He said, I'm so glad I got night goggle visions. That part. Think about this. Night vision goggles. It's going to be black. Very black. No light. That's a scary. You can walk down the street and it be light from people's windows. Light from the street lights. Light from cars. Right? But a lot of y'all got electrical vehicles. What you going to do? What you gonna do? No, because sometimes it's cloud cover and you can't see the sky. Especially in a desert. They be having a lot of cloud cover. They don't always. So in the desert, you got cloud cover. So you can't see no stars depending on where you at. And it's pitch black. You're gonna buy a flashlight. How? And you can't buy nothing because ain't nobody taking no cash. Because there's no electricity and everything's going to be digital. So how will you do that? Oh. You won't be buying no flashlight. If you don't already have it, you're going to be hit. And at that time, the military going to be on the street. So ain't going to be no smash, nothing. You just not going to have it. Better get the flashlight now. This part. I would. Okay. Well, make one if you have the stuff. Good job, Lightning. To those of you that don't know how to make a flashlight, I'm going to need you to go get your stuff. Because next year is going to be very different. And I'm sure all of y'all can tell. Next year, you can see it. It's going to be very, 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 very different. Can you not tell? They setting it up. It's going to be very different next year. And people don't believe how different it's going to be. They can't do that. They doing it. They're not making sure that you're a, a citizen for nothing. We talked about that. I told y'all almost 4 years ago now, come February to be 4 years, that if you are not a global citizen, you will not have access to all the things that you have access to now. Did we talk about it? Did we? And what's happening? Now you are having to, even if you are a United States citizen, prove that you are a citizen. They are sending citizens out of the country. Did we talk about it, sis? We talked about all of that. And people's like, she's fear mongering. Well, they show it's wrangling up American citizens. Just, it ain't even been 4 years. Cue music. Didn't we talk about it? We did. We did. We talked about a lot that's going on now. Like the floods and this and that. All of that. It is. It is. What's really sad is people really still don't think it's going to happen. And with all the warnings, with all that, you need to be ready because things are happening. Oh, boy, sit, look.
Yeah, so just going to give you guys an update on climate change. Australia is really feeling it right now. To every person out there that said it didn't exist, it's summer and it's snowing in Australia. Yeah, so just going to give...
You don't want to believe it? Oh, okay. I got another one for you if they didn't take it off. Let's see.
Some of you are about to go from 60 degrees to freezing in just 3 hours. A classic blue northern Arctic. Some of you are about to go from 60 degrees to freezing in just 3 hours. A classic blue northern Arctic front is blasting through the plains and racing towards the Ohio Valley right now. Temperatures will plunge 20 to 40 degrees in a matter of hours. And ahead of this front, we're going to see severe thunderstorms. Strong winds.
Lady elect, I have a video on YouTube that's old from 22. What is it called, y'all? Lord, I can't even think of it. Is it disaster preparedness? Is that the name of it? I think it's disaster preparedness. I have some stuff up in my Amazon store, but I don't really sell stuff. But I have 2 videos. Disaster preparedness. It's from like August of 22. So if you type in CERCA TROVA 22 disaster preparedness on my YouTube, those videos will come up. A survival. That's what it's called. Yeah, thank you. Survival. We had 1,700 classes. I don't know. Survival and Survival 2.0. That's what they're called. Thank you. Survival and Survival 2.0. They go through everything. See, it's been 4 years, y'all. I don't know. You said you have told us in more videos than just one. Oh, yes. But I'm saying I know. But she asked for specific things. In Survival and Survival 2.0 are the things that I feel like the most basic things that you should have. Because a lot of the stuff that we bought back in 22, some of that you can't even get it. So, not a bad idea to rewatch. Right. I know, but the list is called disaster preparedness. Some of the disaster stuff is on Amazon, but not all of it because they kept taking stuff out, hiding stuff, so you can find some stuff on there. But the actual video of like where you could just kind of screenshot and go and put it in your cart is on YouTube. Temu has a lot. Okay. Well, I'm not saying get it on Amazon. I'm saying get the list and buy in whatever cart you're going to put it in. There's disaster and in both of them because they was playing. So just look around in both of them. But I would just go watch the video. I will watch the Survival and Survival 2.0 on YouTube because I show the actual products. They don't let me do that anymore. Thank you. I appreciate that. I just cut them, so I appreciate that because I'm messing my hair. Went through a breakup real fast and chopped it off and shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have, but I did anyway. So I appreciate that because I'm feeling a little iffy about them right now. So how about that? So yeah, okay. Survival and Survival 2.0. You're welcome. And we go through having. I can't really show none of this stuff no more because they be playing. Because I guess I don't got a TikTok shop, so they don't be wanting me to show people nothing. Oh yeah, I'm sad about it. I ain't even gonna hold you. At first I was all fine with it. Now I'm like I shouldn't have cut my nail. Tripping. It is what it is. I can't put it back, so I'll just deal with it. But yeah. So get your survival stuff if you don't have it. Start talking to your kids. Yes, lady elect, you do. Yeah. You can just go to my YouTube. I think you can search it like that, right? I think that's how you search it. Just go to YouTube, type in CERCA TROVA 22, and then Survival and Survival 2.0, and the two videos should come up. The first and second video are pretty much the same. The second video, I added some more stuff to what you should have. You ain't got to just skip through, because back then I was new to TikTok, and I was cussing people out and just crazy. I have now matured, so you're going to probably hear a lot of stuff. That's when I was new over here. I had to learn. I had never been in the TikTok streets. Now I'm a G over here, so I ain't worried about it. But just fast forward past me yelling and screaming, turn it down, and just snapshot the stuff that I hold up. Does that make sense? Turn the volume all the way down, because back then I was real, real loud. Naisha, I was real, real loud back then. You said I've been following you before you added the bookshelves. Added which bookshelves? Because I started with bookshelves. I had a bookshelf, just my other one had got broke, so the books was on the floor. You mean before I built this one? Or before the man came and built the other one that went away? That I threw away? Because I built, we got a whole bunch of them now. We got this one over here. Let's see if I can turn this over here. How to turn this camera? Let me see. There we go. We got this one over here now. They go all the way up to the ceiling. We got a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just... And then we got these right there, and then them over there. So it's a, you know, we done did something over here. It's a whole bunch of them now. It ain't just one no more. It's a whole bunch of them. No, it's okay. We got a whole bunch of them now. It's all kinds of books in here. But yeah, so I love the disclaimer before you tell them to watch the old videos. Girl, cuz they come here, see me all calm, go over there and be like, oh, wow. Yeah. No, I was a lot when I first got, but I had to be because I was new to these streets and folks used to be trying to play me like I ain't 10 toes down. You said, yes, I remember you sitting at the table with no shelves as well. I did have a bookshelf, y'all. I did. There was a whole bookshelf in here. It just wasn't none behind me. There was a whole bookshelf. How do y'all think we got books over Birkins? Y'all don't remember those books being on a shelf? There was a bookshelf in here. I don't know how y'all don't remember that. Remember when I had to lift it up and show y'all this is where the Birkin books is and these books and these? There was a whole shelf. Maybe y'all don't remember, but it was a shelf. That's where the books over Birkin came from. There was a shelf. They broke my other one when I came in here, so all the books had to be on the floor. Yeah, but there was a shelf. You're right. There was a shelf in here, and I told you I was gonna build another one, and I did. As a matter of fact, I built 3, 4, because there's one in my room too, and it's filled up with books and stuff too, and it's 8 feet long. Yep, and 5 feet, about 4.5, 5 feet tall, and it's full. And there's shelves in the dining room, and they full too. I just don't know what to say. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep y'all. You said off the subject. I had my books over Birkin's tea on the other day. Girl, all of them is my favorite. Okay, you see it up there? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I had one too. And now I got another one. I'm so grateful for it. What was I getting ready to say? Oh,
Soft and a rapidly deepening storm system mean fast-moving, low-topped storms Sunday afternoon and evening from Missouri and Arkansas all the way up past Kentucky into Ohio. Damaging wind gusts are going to be the main threat, but a brief spin-up tornado cannot be ruled out. And right behind those storms, Arctic air is going to move in so fast that the rain is going to freeze on impact. This is what we call a flash freeze. Wet roads are going to turn into invisible black ice in seconds. Cities like St. Louis, Chicago, and Detroit need to be on high alert. For Detroit and Chicago, this could line up perfectly with the Monday morning commute. If roads look wet Monday morning, assume they're ice. This cold front is going to bring storms first and ice second, and it could bring chaos if you're not paying attention. So follow me for more weather updates. Some of you are about to go from 60 degrees.
okay. So tomorrow, going into Monday morning, it's about to get crazy. A 40-degree drop in one day. Y'all don't think that's crazy? And somebody said Mexico talking about they freezing. So you know it's probably going to be more states than that. You hear me? I think we're going to start seeing way more extreme weather. What y'all think? It's been extreme weather everywhere. We literally, it's like the day after tomorrow is not happening all in one day. It's happening every day. The places where it's flooding and all this stuff where it don't normally flood and houses. Did y'all see what happened in California? Them people's houses was covered in rocks. Cold cars, looking like what happened on the other side of the country around this time last year. Who remembers looking in South Carolina and North Carolina and Tennessee and all of that, wherever it was, and the same thing that we're seeing in California, in the mountains, we saw in the mountains of Tennessee and the Carolinas over there last year around this time, October. Remember, because they was worried about having a place to go before the wintertime came. So how is it that it's happening on one coast, then the other coast, or up, then down, north and south? Here we go. Come on. Antarctica weather is so mild, they're wearing turtlenecks only, real warm. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Was weather like this in 22 when we came here? Was it? Was the vegetable farms and fruit farms and all of that like they were when we came here? You say, yep, September 29th, Helena kicked our butts. Okay. Okay. The world's economic climate. Was it like it is now? Y'all remember all the money that people lost in the first couple months of the year? You said my daughter had no power after Helene and it was freezing. Okay, last year? Oh, okay. In North Carolina? Oh, okay. Okay. You said right, because I noticed hurricane season in Louisiana didn't get flooded, but the surrounding states around Louisiana got flooded. Here we go. Things are changing. And they're changing very drastically. You said it got real cold in Texas. You said no, there was an abundance when we first started here. It's not now, is it, Nikwa? Food was not as expensive, and we was just coming out of 2020. So you know they had hiked everything up. And you could still fill up a nice basket for $150. Now $150 don't even get you 3 items depending on where you're going. You know I got my terracotta pots and my alcohol light ready to go set up. I'm just saying the food prices are going up and the quality of food is going down. Yep, we talked about that, didn't we? Did we talk about it? We talked about that very thing, didn't we? Cereal is $9. Did we talk about it? We talked about all of this. People said we was crazy, but we prepared for everything everybody talking about right now. The weather, prepare for it. Folks not working, prepare for it. The food, prepare for it. You hear me? And did. And God didn't lie to us. And I'm grateful he didn't. That's not saying we got everything we need, but I guarantee you this. We're a lot better off than some folks gonna be. You said $1.99 cereal for you? Okay. I'm just saying. How many people didn't take you seriously and now they trying to figure it out? Yeah. 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 It's a real deal. So this is the thing. I'm not gonna keep y'all. You said meat is not even real meat. We talked about that. We talked about it. Didn't we? That's why I told y'all, I beg some of y'all, if y'all can, go get you a meat grinder. So you know what you eating. What does that mean? What does God will provide for the ones who keep faith in him? What does that mean? I'm trying to, I can't agree with that until I know, are you talking about in the last days? Huh? Because it, that's why a lot of Christians about to be like this. It's sad to say, what I got? This right here. Bzz, bzz. Forward. Bzz, bzz. Go ahead. They setting y'all pastors up right now. God would not have said you are not going to be able to. Is God a liar? I don't know him to be. He said that you will not be able to buy or sell without the mark. Show me, he said, some of y'all gonna be taken prisoner and some of y'all gonna be unalived with the sword. Show me where it say he protecting you right there. You getting ready to have to go through what the disciples went through. Y'all better quit letting these pastors pray on y'all. The devil's people ain't gonna care about taking no mark. You said when there was famine, they had to store away food, aka prepare. And it ain't like he didn't warn us. So unless you plan on taking the mark, where you gonna get your food from? Because they already making it now where you can't even get this stuff delivered to other people's houses. I'm just trying to figure out where's it gonna come from. You said right, because 2020 wasn't feeling right for me. No, thank you. This part. Okay. All right. Right. But I need for us to stop spreading, like, that's not true. Like, people be saying, oh, I don't have to worry about that because God going to take care of me. Show me where he said that. Show me. At the end times. I ain't talking about the beginning of the book and through the middle. I'm talking about the last 7 years. Where did he say? Because he sure talked about the wine of the saints being poured out. That's your blood. Do y'all know? Y'all got to quit making these people think, oh, I don't have to worry about anything. Stop doing that. Don't do that. That's not true. That is not true. You are not going to be able to eat, pay your rent, pay your light bill, pay your car payment, hell, rent your house or apartment, or even pay your mortgage if you don't have a digital ID. You haven't seen what? Scripture says you will be slain if you don't take it. Prepare and get ready to hide or run if necessary. This part. That's why I be like, where is they getting this part from? I guess the pastors just skip over that part. You don't gotta read that because it scares you. Because that's not real. Right. He told us to prepare. He did. Be kind. And that's what, okay. There's a certain group. We're going to call them CC. CC is flying people to a resort style place and telling them what they got to come over to USA and say. And they going to be saying it in the USA churches. So CC, hey Nisi Poo, CC is preparing the people in USA, the reverends, to tell the people what's going to happen. Well, if you have ever watched any of the Left Behinds or any older end of the world movies about the Lord, the people was receiving a ant in the church. They were standing in line outside the church. And every time I watched one of those, the pastor was like, I should have told them the truth. I should have told them. Now it's too late. Damn. Ah! Hello? And they run into the church like, Pastor, why you still here? We were left. And where they make them sign up for? In the church. Oh. Them was the same pastors that told you was going to be raptured on September 23rd or the 29th and not have been here. Well, you're still here. So I suggest maybe stop listening to them. They still saying God got us. And I'm like, yeah, but it's stuff like, you said, I'm like, yeah, but it's stuff we have to do to be ready in the Bible. You said they had things they had to do to be prepared. Yep. 5 wise in the church. In the church. That's where they was taking the market, in the church. And it's adding up, is it not? Because CC them then called the people from USA. And they then flew them over there to a nice resort thing and told them, we'll pay you out this money if you get the people in USA to listen to us. And so then the people in USA said, okay, we sure will help you promote the enterprise. We sure will. And they believe us because they don't research for themselves. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. You ain't got nothing to worry about because they don't study for themselves. They believe whatever we tell them. Long as pastor say it, it's law. And that's why they gonna be like, forehead or hand? Forehead. Yeah. Forehead or hand? Hand. Yeah. Nanny, nanny, boo, boo. I can go to the store. Yep, but you ain't got no soul, though. And when them balls come, we gonna see who gonna be laughing because you gonna be in so much pain you ain't even gonna be able to eat. Interesting. Wonder how good that steak is gonna taste then. Oh, I forgot it's printed, so it might not taste that good. Ain't that crazy? People gonna be taking a mark for food that ain't even food. Soon as they be able to pay their light bill, God gonna let it be dark everywhere. Huh. Soon as they switch over to the currency, ain't no electricity, so you can't get your money. Oh, okay. Well, I'm just trying to see if y'all see what I see. I got a joke for everything men think they about to do. You said that's scary. I hope that don't happen, though. Baby, it's happening right now. What are you talking about? Have you not looked up? Let's just do this. Huh? What? You say what now? So let's start here because everybody likes to get flued out and stuff.
Real ID law and 7 months, 20 years after Congress passed the Real ID law and 7 months, 20 years after Congress passed the Real ID law and 20 years after Congress passed the Real ID law and 7 months after Real IDs were required at airports, the TSA says time is up. Starting on February 1st, if you don't have a Real ID, the TSA says a temporary pass at the airport will cost you $45 to fly domestically.
You know how I know they not lying? Because I just flew at the end of October and in November, and I don't have that thing. And they gave me a little paper, and I had to step to the side and take off my hoodie, let them go through my bag and all of this, because it says, I don't have that thing. Yep. So I know it to be true because I just had to do it. Hello, let's move on.
The new non-refundable fee, more than double the $18 payment the TSA recently announced, designed to cover additional technology and security costs. The TSA says the fee can be paid in advance, online, or in person at the airport, and will be valid for just 10 days if you're flying and don't have a Real ID. After that, travelers will have to pay yet again.
Interesting. Let's see what else.
Leading to enhanced security scrutiny.
PSA about the Real ID in the airport and traveling with kids.
Hold on.
Do not skip this video.
Why is this doing that?
Alaska is becoming the first testing ground for plans to create a digital ID system for Americans. This ties in with changes being made to the state's My Alaska digital identity system, which could potentially be interwoven with artificial intelligence and payment functions. Oh, it is. It is. We're going to get more into it, guys, but wild times, and excuse me, I've been battling a cold, that's why I've been missing, but I have quite a few updates and different videos today. You're going to want to make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell because, yeah, we got a lot to get through throughout this whole day, but let's take a look at this.
A plan to create a digital ID system for Americans is now being rolled out, and Alaska is becoming the first testing ground. This ties in with changes being made to the state's My Alaska digital identity system, which is now being interwoven with artificial intelligence and payment functions. Now, according to a document from Alaska's Department of Administration's Office of Information Technology, as obtained by Reclaim the Net, it says, the state is considering implementing agentic artificial intelligence models within My Alaska application to enhance service delivery to users of the application. So, what does that actually entail? Well, one part would be to allow AI to complete applications, do eligibility checks, and complete, quote, multi-step government service transactions on behalf of users. But the plan actually goes further than this. They're looking to integrate biometric authentication. Think facial recognition, fingerprinting, and also have smart wallet integration in the app as well. Now, look, this has some benefits, it really does, mainly when it comes to efficiency, ease of use, especially with security. It can do a lot of good.
Buy or sell. You won't be able to run your business, do no business. You won't be able to go into federal facilities like the food stamp office. Oh, okay. Oh, they starting it in Alaska. But ain't they said y'all iPhones already got the what's the name for the digital ID on there? Hello. It ain't when, it's now. It's now. That's why they trying to make sure everybody is a citizen. Because you will be a part of the global citizenship once you take that, because it's that's Melanie King. I don't know who that guy is. The girl that I was watching her thing is Melanie King. Her name is Melanie King. I don't know who that guy is because it don't show no name up there. Crossroads or Dads or something. I don't know. It just because she cut it off. So Melanie King is the lady. She posted it on the 11th. Persecutions of the saints coming. You already know. It doesn't matter. Don Cole. They already got it set up. Listen, y'all. This. This book is from 1994. 1994. Do you see it? What's that say? Biomedic computer chip? 1994. This book is from 1994. You mean they rebuilding all the temples and stuff now? The rebuilt city of Babylon? They rebuilding the temples and stuff, getting ready for this. Okay. Hello. It's been around. They been set this up. And the book, if you don't know, is called The Prince of Darkness. It's probably in my room, I think. I think it's in my... Oh, it's over there. Y'all know I didn't move stuff around. This book right here. This book right here will tell you all of it. You see what that say? This book from 1993, 1994. And everything that's happening in our world right now. Oh. I read this book in 1995. The first time. What's that saying? The final question concerns the timing of this future war of Gog and Magog. You mean the one that started just recently? The Battle of Armageddon? What? What? And guess who they name in here? Russia and China and the USA. What? But see, now this part I don't agree with them. Because we are. Listen. You have said we have made a covenant with death, and with Sheol, hell, we are in agreement. When the overflowing scourge passes through, it will not come for us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood we have hidden ourselves. Isaiah 28:15. The prophet Isaiah warned that this treaty that will look so promising to a war-weary Israel will prove to be a covenant with death. Instead of looking to their God for security, the leaders of Israel will make the same mistake their ancient predecessors made before in their country's tragic history. Just as Egypt and Syria so often betrayed Jerusalem in the past, once again the chosen people will place their faith in a piece of paper rather than the God of Abraham. Mm-hmm. 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 $19.93 now. You mean what's happening right now? You said you was born in 1993. I was 15 in 1995, so thank you. Nuh-uh. I was 15 in 1993. I'm about to be a mama in just a few. What's that? What's that say? Voice print technology? You mean how AI is taking our voices right now? What is that? The monitoring of phone calls and DNA genetic identification. You mean all of this stuff they already knew about? What? Right? Oh wow. He said, I sure do believe all those tests and trials recently are simply preparation, and I feel ready and aware after the time spent here in Do Sarah Sarabi. You said, saw a video, said the folks said the Euphrates area saw angels come up from it. Of course they did. Because guess what? I keep telling my son, I really feel like those children saying 6, 7. 6, 7 is the 6th and 7th bowls about to be open. You know how in the scary movies that the kids all be saying the same chant and nobody be trying, that people be trying to figure out what's wrong with the kids? I feel like that 6, 7 was that. I really do. I really do. Like the kids was telling y'all 6 and 7. They about to happen 6, 7, 6, 7. They kept saying that dude with the demon. I said, that'll be crazy if the 6 and 7 seals or bowls or something about to be open and he let the kids tell us. That's what keeps coming to my mind. When they kept saying 6 and 7, I was like, oh, why they keep saying 6 and 7? And they've been saying it for a while. 6, 7, like the 6th bowl and the 7th bowl or the 6th. Oh! Oh! Go look up what the sixth bowl is. Oh! And the 7th. Oh! Vial or whatever. Hey, you hear me? The kids always be so in the movie. I said, all these kids running around saying these two numbers. What do they mean? And I told my son. That 6, 7 crazy is something else. I thought about mixing 6 and 7s meaning just chatter, but that is something. Just go look up the 6th bowl and the 7th bowl. Real quick, I'll be right back. I've been thinking about that for a minute. What's the 6th bowl? Is it something about the Euphrates? Ain't Ain't one of the 6 something about the Euphrates? And then there was the great earth. Or am I tripping? 6 and 7. The great earthquake and the Euphrates drying up so that the armies can march past it. When I hear them say that, I just like, do you know what you're saying? The 6th is the Euphrates. What they say about the Euphrates right now? What's happening to it? The 7th is boils. Oh, okay. You said on my I was at my auntie's house yesterday and her grandson and daughter was doing, y'all, I got annoyed. Interesting. It's drying up. Interesting. So the kids is walking around saying 6 and 7. Okay. And 6. I thought was it a bowl or a vial? One of them is the earthquake. It's the earthquake. I think I don't know if this the bowl or the whatever. And they don't know why they saying it. When I tell y'all I done said that to my son a couple times, the 6th trumpet is the release of the 4th angels. Interesting. I got an eerie feeling like my spirit knows something, and I feel that feeling every time I hear them chant it. All I keep thinking about is the kids. People don't never listen to the kids. But the kids and the crazy, this is why I watch scary movies. They always start chanting something, and it has everything to do with what's about to happen. And all of the kids will start saying it. Oh, like 6 and 7? Huh? The guy who made this song, Worship Satan, his religion is Santeria. I think I'm saying it right. Oh, I believe it. But God can use the enemy. He does, often. That's all I've been thinking about. Every time I hear people saying it, they was talking about the 6th and 7th or whatever. I was thinking about them bowls and the vials and all of that being poured out. Hello. And the Euphrates, because I said they keep talking about 6, 7, 6, 7. Interesting. You know what else? 6 and 7 make 13. Made me think about Revelations 13 too, and all of the stuff in Revelations 13 is happening right now. I said, ooh, because 6 plus 7 ain't that 13? Or am I tripping? You said, remember the pale horse at the Olympics? Uh-huh. I remember her album covers. It was all 4 of the horses. We talked about it. Uh-huh. And everything that they was talking about in Revelations 13 is happening right now. I don't know if y'all seen it too, but I just be thinking about stuff like that. Yeah. So that's something that I said to my son a couple times. You said they say when they speak 6, 7 and puts a spell on them. Yeah, but I also feel like there's a bigger meaning to it. I really do. I wouldn't be surprised. But there's a lot of things that we say are spells. Like I said, in the 6th bowl is the drying up the river, so it could be marched over, and the 7th unleashes a massive earthquake. That's what I was talking about. Lightning and thunder and hail. That's what I was talking about. That. Revelation 16. That's the one. Earthquake, lightning, thunder, and hail, and declaring it is done. Interesting. 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 It's about we getting closer to the end. Hello. You said I need a backpack stenographer for all my thoughts because hands can't write out that fast. Listen, the dances are part of those rituals too, of course. The 6 stands for some God and the 7 stands for some God. Okay. All I'm going to say is this. You got to look deeper into everything. I don't think that it's odd that river is drying up. I don't think that it's odd that all of the world's armies are recruiting and they are getting all of this stuff together. so that they can unalive a whole bunch of people. We read this in Jasher, in the flood, right? And in Enoch. Hello. I know that's right. You said nothing is happening by chance. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, I'm not going to keep y'all. Hopefully, if you have Netflix, I would like for you to go. A song came on the radio. It's old school R&B. The Children of Sky May Come Down on You. I forgot the name, but there's whistling. Like the Peter Pan and light bulbs went off in my head. Interesting. Even at the store, everybody's on 10, ready to go. Oh, I already know. Didn't we talk about it? Get your stuff so you don't got to be trying to run around. You don't want to be trying to get everything when it's chaotic. Sarah, we talked about it. Don't nobody want to be in that mess when it hit. Listen, you said I hate whistling. Listen, I don't even know how. So you ain't got to never worry about me getting on your nerves. Because I don't even know how to whistle still. And I'm 45. I still can't whistle. Okay? But think about that. The 7 signifies the compulsion of God's wrath. The 7th vial signifies the ultimate outpouring of God's wrath, pouring into the air. Interesting. You said good. Don't. I ain't trying to learn. It's all right. I got a whistle already. Right here. That's as close as I'm going to get to whistling this. That's all I got for you. Sorry. I don't know how to whistle. I don't, but that'll get it every time. Hello. Listen, that's all I got. I'm getting ready to go, but I really do want y'all to go. And you said you just learned a few years ago, right? Netflix, Terminator 2. Pay attention to all the background stuff too, please. The letters, pay attention to all of that. Y'all know the newspaper. Pause it if you can. All that, because it all means something. I said, this movie came out in 1991? Interesting. Yeah. It is. But if you go look at it now, I don't know if you watched it recently, Sarah. Terminator 2, the dates and stuff in there is crazy. The names, everything. I said, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ferris Love. Listen, my dad and I always joked about Skynet. And look, what's Elon's company called? What is it called? Thank you. What is it called? Starlink. Listen. Starlink, Skylink. Oh. It's funny if you look at the building on the movie. I said, no, the heck he didn't. Just watch it and see what you see. Watch it and see what you see. Pay attention to the names, the buildings, everything. The places where they say they at, everything. Pay attention. You got your popcorn ready? Okay, I'm going to let y'all go. I didn't even want that much. I wanted to see if y'all had got through the Acts of Peter. We can finish it tomorrow if y'all want to, if y'all didn't get a chance. Yeah, you said all those, Terminator and The Matrix. I just want y'all to pay attention to the dates in Terminator 2. And they getting ready to take it off Netflix. So if you got it, they taking it off on the 31st. So if you can watch it prior to that, I would appreciate it. I'm going to let y'all go. Okay. I love y'all. I believe it. It's on Pluto too. Okay. Well, wherever you watch it, it's fine. Is the King James Version a good Bible? It is. It is. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But you can read them all on Bible Gateway, side by side. Bible Gateway, you can read NLV, NLT, KJV, and all the other ones 4 in a row. You're welcome. I love y'all. I'm about to go. I might see y'all in the morning. I don't know. We'll see. I appreciate you. Oh, have a good day. Y'all know what else too? To y'all people in the islands, y'all been holding out secrets. I baked my chicken just a little bit. I know you're supposed to boil it. I see y'all either boil it or throw it in the oven for like 20 or 30 minutes or whatever on like 400 or 300, something like that. And then you take it out and you batter it and you fry it. I did that today. And I realized how our cousins across the water's been holding out. Because I like fried chicken a lot. And it seemed like a lot, but now I understand why y'all do it. Just think about a piece of baked chicken and how soft that, thank you, that meat, the meat is from baked chicken. So you get it almost to that right there. Right? To where the meat and everything then broke that other. And then I didn't, because see, they be boiling it. I put mine in the cast iron and just put it in there, put a little seasoning and oil on it. Baby, I took that mess out and fried, battered it. Baby, listen. Yeah, you said yes, we cook it in salt water. Right. I didn't know y'all. Well, I tried it and I see why you do it. That take your fried chicken up to a whole different thing. So y'all been holding out. I see what's going on around here because I sure tried it today and it was so good. I know my son was probably sad because I know I was smacking it in his ear. Made me some cauliflower, baby. Listen, it was so good. So if you have not tried it, boil your chicken for a couple minutes or put it in the oven and just kind of let it like for 20 minutes or whatever. Baby, take it out and fry it. The meat just so, I don't know, different. I love y'all. I'm about to go. You said I was waiting for, I gained 3 pounds. Listen. Listen, I was so full, but that's what my stomach gonna say right now. That's why I'm about to go get in the bed and color, because my stomach is still full. I probably ate too much chicken. I think I did. But definitely, y'all, look into some of this stuff that's going on, please. And don't be blinded by folks talking about what ain't gonna happen. You better have your stuff. Because it ain't like they gonna tell you. I've been telling y'all that forever. They are not gonna tell you nothing. You gonna have to know it for yourself. So I love y'all. I might see y'all in the morning. I don't know for sure. Okay? See, there go that pepper giving me indigestion. Yeah, you're going to have to teach us. You're going to have to teach us a couple different things. It's a few things I want to learn how to make in real life. So I love y'all. I'll see y'all.